Today we say goodbye to a champion.
It was a good way to finish.
Rest in peace, Greenie.
A man who knew Paul Green better than most of us is a great mate of ours from the rush hour, Wendell Saylor. Him and Greenie went way back, and he joins us this morning. Wendell, what a bloody shocking and tragic day yesterday.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, it's it's been, I got to say, it's been a tough year, and we've just got over. I'm not even just got over. Sorry, Andrew Simons and Warney, and Paul Green was one of those guys. We came through together in our careers too, because he's a year or two older than me. I came through in '93, and he's sort of in the Brisbane League in '95. He won the Rothmans medal, and in those Origin teams and Super League teams, I've got to play with Greenie. You've got to play against him. Got to tour with Greenie, and he's always that bloke that you want to have a chat with. Always cheeky little wit on him, but he was never a bloke that you just think, no one had a bad word to say about Paul Green, and Wayne Bennett said it best yesterday about Greenie. You wouldn't have a bad word to say about him, and for me, it's so close to home because not just that I was mates with him, but also my wife. She grew up with Greenie's wife Amanda, and up in the Burdekin there, where Carrie Webber live, Amanda's dad is the pharmacist there, so everyone knows that side of the family. So for us, it's both sides of the family. But I was just in shock. I was driving out to Penrith yesterday when I heard the news through our rush hour group, and I had to pull over twice. I couldn't stop crying all the way out to Penrith, and I went through waves. Yeah. Just MG and that, and Pagey. It's just so surreal. 49. That's not even that old.
No, yeah. Terrifying.
Del, it's so sad, brother. It's so sad. A couple of things come out yesterday that I thought, wow, this is the mark of the man who was Paul Green. Yeah. Firstly, was how good a mate he was with Alfie Langer, and for those listening at home and on the way to work, Alfie Langer kept him out of a Queensland jersey for about 7 or 8 years. Yeah. But he didn't use that as someone who to discard. He was Alfie Langer's best mate because of it. And then this, I can't think of another coach who has done this. And obviously, we think about the legends of our game once they've passed on. And he won the Rothmans medal here in 1995, which for those that don't remember the Rothmans medal, the referee after each game would give you a 3, 2, and 1. So he was the best and fairest in 1995 in the NRL, best player, and the referees thought he was the best player. Then he won a competition. I can't think of another best player in the competition who's gone on to win a competition as a coach. Wow, he was so revered, Del.
Yeah, he was, and that's the thing about Greenie. Like, to be honest, MG, a couple of months ago when Tristan had his first game back at Wynnum, Tara and I were up there, and then next minute I see Greenie was in the clubhouse, and then he just said, "Good luck to the young bloke, mate." And good to see him back, and then him and Amanda were there. And for me, that was the last time I saw Greenie. And, mate, I thought that I was going to have many more beers with Greenie. And just even the phone calls and texts I got yesterday, because, I was out of Penrith yesterday about 2 o'clock, which was hard because, it's like you have to be out there by yourself, and because I had rush hour and then the game. And it was just waves of emotion. And I'm just thinking, this is not fair and this is not right. He's got 2 beautiful young kids. Amanda is such a beautiful human. But I just think I think more now for all of us. I've had depression and I've been up and down, but I think the thing you got to talk to someone. Like some of those boys, if he would have said to one of those boys from the Sharks, because the Sharks had a reunion the weekend. I think they played golf. They got on the beers. I don't know what it was, but someone said that when he went back home to Brisbane, something just sort of happened and transpired. But I think for a long time he must have been struggling with something, and I don't know what it was because Paul Green is the last person that I thought, would be in that headspace because, I actually spoke to Jonathan Thurston and he had actually just landed, and I said, "John, I'm so sorry." And he goes, "Mate," I just, my phone's been blowing up. I just can't believe it. And I've got to tell you, there was waves of emotion for me sitting there just going, this can't happen. And I just kept crying, and then I'd go into the box, and then, the boys were really good last night with me, but I just think for me now, I have to celebrate Paul Green.
Yes.
I don't want to do sad anymore because we've done sad with Warney, we've done sad with Andrew Simons.
Hallelujah.
But I just think for us men in general, and a couple of weeks ago, I had time off because I wasn't feeling great, and I had so many calls, and I know, MG, you reached out to me, but I feel good now because I get counselling once a week.
You spoke about it. Yep.
Yeah, well, you got to speak about it, and And the thing I did too was I made sure I called my daughter, and then called my son, and I did my wife. She was struggling at work. She didn't even know. And I said, and then she goes, so I've been in a meeting. I said, listen, I've got something to tell you. I said, Paul Green's just passed away. And this is before I knew sort of what transpired. And then she texts me. She goes, hey, I can talk. And then I just spoke to her, and then she was pretty upset yesterday. So, I think we've got to talk about this because it's just something that, especially the last couple of years, I reckon we've got to be kinder to one another. And I reckon we just got to just reach out to family and friends and loved ones. Yeah.
Del, thank you for being so honest, darling.
Yeah.
We're
Yes,
so
brother.
grateful,
Love
and
you, mate.
we do. We love you so much. I know that you've been a great support for my partner Norm as well. So thank you. You're beautiful.
And
It
all
is
those.
metal for putting up with you. Jess. No,
He does. Hey, Dally, have a great mate. Look, as everyone knows, we're here for each other here at the Triple M family, mate. And as Jesse said, thank you for being so up and honest. And we celebrate Paul Green's life today.
I thank you guys. Wonderful support, and I know you guys are beautiful. And I think let's be kinder to one another and let people be themselves and not be so hard on people. So have a great day, guys, and much love.
Well said,
Good
brother.
on you, Del. He
Love you,
leaves,
mate.
leaves
Well
an
done.
amazing legacy, and he's immortalised in that vision of him in the coaching box after the 2015 grand final, just jumping up and down. Valet Paul Green.